तुम कितने अच्छे ख्यालों में ना ख्वाबों में था यूं हमको मिल जाओगे तुम बनके हजारों याद हमारे मन में यूं मुस्कुराओगे मैं फिर ये मैसर दिन होंगे हर खुशियाँ हम पर हमारे बाबा तुम कितने अच्छे हो हसरत है हर दिल में बाबा प्यार तुम्हारा भर जाए संग रंग में रंग के तेरे हंसते गाते हम घर जाए योगी भवन जीवन देकर हमें
योगी बनो ज्ञानी बनो योगी जीवन है प्यारा योगी बनो ज्ञानी बनो योगी जीवन है प्यारा काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह वश आज है सब मोहताज योग लगा कर पाप मिटा ले स्वर्ग सजा ले तू आज काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह वश आज है सब मोहताज योग लगा कर पाप मिटा ले स्वर्ग सजा ले तू आज
जन्म जन्म की प्यास बुझाने पावन बन दरबार
योगी बनो ज्ञानी बनो योगी जीवन है प्यारा
संगम युग में परम पिता शिव कहते हैं ये राज
तू है एक अविनाशी आत्मा सुन लो मेरी आवाज
संगम युग में परम पिता शिव कहते हैं ये राज
तू है एक अविनाशी आत्मा सुन लो मेरी आवाज
सुख शांति और पावनता से झोली भर लो आज
योगी बनो योगी बनो ज्ञानी बनो, योगी जीवन है प्यारा, योगी जीवन है प्यारा, योगी जीवन है प्यारा।
Om Shanti. 14th of September 2023. Morning Murli, Baptada, Madhavan. Essence, sweet children, in order to make the practice of remembrance easy, sometimes remember the Father in the form of the Father, sometimes in the form of the teacher, and sometimes in the form of the Sathguru. Essence, sweet children, in order to make the practice of remembrance easy, sometimes remember the Father in the form of the Father, sometimes in the form of the teacher, and sometimes in the form of the Sathguru. Question: what must you children now beat the drums about throughout the whole world? What must you children now beat the drums about throughout the whole world? Answer: you now have to beat the drums and tell people that the creator of the land of the happiness has himself come to teach you Raja Yoga. He has come with heaven on the palm of his hand for you children. Therefore, study Raj Yoga. The Father himself says, children, you have now completed your 84 births and you have to return home with me. Therefore, renounce body consciousness and become bodiless. Imbibe divine virtues and you will go to the divine world. So, who has come to the door of my mind with the sound of angel bells? Om Shanti. You sweetest children heard the song about whose remembrance has come into your minds. It is in the intellects of all of you that the one Father is the purifier. In English, he is called the liberator. He liberates you from sorrow. He is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. This is not the name of any human being or deity. This is the praise of the purifier Father alone. God, the Father, is called the purifier and the bestower of salvation. This cannot be the praise of human beings. Neither Lakshmi and Narayan nor Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar can be called the purifier. The purifier, the highest on high, is only the one Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. His name is elevated and his place of residence is also elevated. You have the faith that that one is your Baba. Shiva alone is called Baba. Shiva is incorporeal. The teacher, the images of Shiva and Shankar are distinct from one another. That one is the Father, Teacher, and Sathguru. Today is Thursday, the day of the Sathguru. For you, every day is a day of the Sathguru. The Sathguru teaches you every day, and you should have the faith that he is also your Father. He cannot be called omnipresent. It is in your intellect that the purifier, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is teaching you Raj Yoga. He is the ocean of knowledge. You should have this faith in your intellect. It is only the one Father whom you can remember in any form. Your intellects go up above to the incorporeal one. He is not a subtle or corporeal being. Souls now need the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, but they don't know him. You think that he is the ocean of knowledge. The ocean of knowledge means the one who grants salvation by giving you knowledge. Lakshmi and Narayan do not have this knowledge. Knowledge is that which is received from the ocean of knowledge, and this is why the scriptures also don't have any knowledge. Only the ocean of knowledge is called the seed of the human world tree. The Father is the creator. He is the unlimited Father, whereas all the others are limited fathers. Everyone now remembers the unlimited Father, who is the Father of all fathers, the husband of all husbands, and the Guru of all gurus. Everyone remembers him and makes spiritual endeavor to attain him. Nowadays, they place a Shiva Lingam in front of the images of Rama and Shankar. He is the incorporeal highest on high. He liberates everyone. All souls are now impure. When it was the kingdom of the original eternal deities, 5,000 years ago, there was just the one kingdom, the land of happiness. There was everything, purity, peace, and happiness. That is called Swarg, heaven. Heaven cannot be called the subtle region or the incorporeal world. In contrast to heaven, there is hell. You have to keep this in your intellect. Only remember the one unlimited Father. You receive your inheritance of heaven from him. The Sathguru teaches you Raj Yoga and takes you to the pure world. There is so much praise of just be one. Lakshmi and Narayan cannot be praised in this way. There is just the one incorporeal Father. So they are separate from bodies. The father says, you play your parts by adopting bodies. You also know for how many births you play your parts. There is the costume of this Brahma and also the costume in the subtle region. He has a body. It would be said that he also has a soul. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar also have subtle bodies. I am called the incorporeal. It has been explained to you, children, that you should tell everyone. You have two fathers, and your father also has two fathers. Everyone remembers that unlimited father. There are many physical fathers, but only one unlimited father. If you forget the father, then remember the teacher. And if you forget the teacher, then remember the Sathguru. The father explains that Bharat is now impure. At first it was pure, so where did all the other souls reside at that time? In the land of liberation, in the land beyond sound. Become old to enable them to go to the land of nirvana beyond sound. However, they cannot enable them to go there. The tree has to grow. The main part is Bharat. In that too, those who belong to the original eternal deity religion take 84 births. Souls remain separated from the Supreme Soul for a long time. So that has to be taken into account. A long time means those who come to play their parts in this world at the beginning. They are the ones who truly take 84 births. It can only be said to be a cycle of 84 births, not a cycle of 8.4 million births. The cycle of 84 births has been explained to you, children. You didn't know it previously. If you ask this one souls also knows. The secret of two souls has also been explained to you. A second soul can enter one being. There can also be interferences by an impure soul. Therefore, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can also come. He says, if I, the incorporeal, didn't come here, how could I teach you Raj Yoga? I alone am called the ocean of knowledge. Human beings would not establish heaven. The Father alone is called Heavenly God the Father. There is the kingdom of paradise. There isn't just one. Sri Krishna is the number one Sato Pradhan prince. Only those who are Sato Pradhan are said to be great souls. When someone is single, he or she is called a Kumar or Kumari. A Kumari is given a lot of respect. When she becomes engaged, then even though she remains pure, she is still part of a couple and her title of Kumari changes. Then they become a mother and father. They will be called mother and father when they have children. After their marriage, it would be said that they are a mother and father. And so it is understood that they would also have children. They wouldn't then be called and Kumari. Sri Krishna is now being established. There is just the one deity religion there. Each religion has its own scripture. They say this is this is the this is the religious scripture of so and so. We belong to such and such a religion, such and such a sect. Souls have to come and play their own parts. Ask anyone when Guru Nanak will come again, and they will reply that he has merged into the light. So, does that mean he is not going to come again? How would the world cycle repeat? After the Guru Nanak soul comes, the souls of the Sikh religion continue to follow him down. Look, how many of them there are now? This will repeat. Tell us when he will come again. They won't be able to tell you. You would say that this is a cycle of 5,000 years. It is 500 years since Guru Nanak existed. He will then come and establish the Sikh religion again after 4,500 years. We are establishing the original eternal deity religion. Others will then come and establish their religions and establish their religions number-wise. Some children say, not all of this sits in our intellect. Okay, a little of this knowledge sits in your intellect. Does it not? The God of the devotees is one Father, is the one Father. It is said, sinful souls and charitable souls. No one else can be called Supreme Soul. It isn't that a soul will go and become the Supreme Soul. They give the example of a bubble merging into an ocean. Some would say that the soul went to Nirvana, the land beyond, as they have said about Buddha. Some then say that the soul merged into the light. So, who is right? It is right to say that the soul went to the land beyond to Nirvana. Souls are incorporeal and they reside in the incorporeal world. In the subtle region, they have movie. That is like the language of that place which you are able to understand when you go there. They understand it there and then bring directions back here. These are wonderful things. There are the three, movie, talkie, and silence. At first, they had movie. At first, they had movie films, but there was not that much enjoyment in them, and so they invented talkie films. In the subtle region, there are just Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. It is explained that the highest on high is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who resides in the world of silence. We souls also reside there. The purifier is only the one Sathguru. He alone is the bestower of salvation for all. Even though they might call themselves gurus, rishis, or great souls, they are still devotees. They don't know the one who makes them pure. It is said that God removes everyone from the graveyard and takes them back. You can see that that is the same great Mahabharat war. You are studying Raj Yoga for the golden age. The gates to the golden age will open after destruction. The Father has explained, at this time you are studying Raj Yoga with the Father. You are climbing your kingdom with the power of yoga. This is non-violence. No one knows what non-violence is. The sword of lust must not be used. That too is violence. Non-violence is the supreme religion of the deities. It is because of the vices that you have received sorrow from their beginning through the middle to the end. There it is the viceless world, and due to that there is no sorrow from its beginning through the middle to the end. That is the land of immortality, whereas this is the land of death. They sit and relate stories in the land of death in order to go to the land of immortality. The Father says, I am Trikaldashi. I also make you Trikaldashi and Trinity, that is, I make you into those who know the three worlds and the three aspects of time. This is God's praise. I make you children the same as myself and take you back with me. You children of the ocean of knowledge also become master oceans of knowledge. The Father says, I am the seed of the human world tree. I am the living being and knowledgeful. Yes, we can understand how a tree emerges from its seed and how the fruit then emerges. This is the tree of the human world. Baba says, I know the beginning, middle, and end of this inverted tree and the world cycle. People say God is the truth, the living being, the ocean of bliss, and the ocean of happiness. Therefore, you should surely receive the inheritance from Him. You are claiming your inheritance from me, your Father. You will become pure for 21 births. I am ever pure. You have to play your parts. At this time, it is the stage of ascent of you alone. You become master oceans of knowledge. Then, from the golden age, your degrees begin to decrease. You have to ascend and then descend. You children are now climbing their unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. You are doing a lot of service. The Father is the purifier. You are the Shiv Shakti Pandava army. You are helping to make the impure world pure. Salutations to the mothers, is said to you alone. Salutations are never said to those who are impure. The Father comes and makes incognito service take place through the Shakti army. You are those who are doubly non-violent. You claim the kingdom, but you don't have any weapons, etc. You remain pure. All of those are doubly violent. One is that they indulge in vice and cause sorrow for one another with the sword of lust, and the other is that they continue to fight and quarrel among themselves. Nowadays, so many mountains of sorrow fall. People have so much anger in them, they slap themselves. They continue to defame everyone. This too is fixed in the drama. Everyone has to fall. It is now the stage of ascent for you. Beat the drums and tell people that God, the creator of heaven, who teaches you Raj Yoga, has come. He has brought heaven on the palm of his hand. We do not call Sri Krishna God. He is a human being with divine virtues. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are called deities. They cannot be called human beings with divine virtues. Golden-aged human beings have divine virtues, whereas iron-aged human beings have devilish traits. It is human beings who become those with divine virtues and those with devilish traits. So the father sits here and says, why do you forget your father? Repeatedly remember me. Your 84 births are now coming to an end. I have now come to teach you Raj Yoga. In spite of that, you repeatedly forget me, renounce body consciousness, and consider yourselves to be bodiless. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father Bapdada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna. 1. Become Trikaldarshi, Trineti, and Trilokinath, the same as the Father. Make yourself a master of the Father's praise. Become Trikaldarshi, Trinetri, and Trilokinath, the same as the Father. Make yourself a master of the Father's praise. Essence for Dharna 2. Become doubly non-violent. Don't become influenced by any vice and thereby commit violence. Become a helper of the Father and serve to make everyone pure. Become doubly non-violent. Don't become influenced by any vice and thereby commit violence. Become a helper of the Father and serve to make everyone pure. Blessing. May you be a Brahmin who becomes an angel and serve a deity by transforming yourself with intense remembrance. May you be a Brahmin who becomes an angel and serve a deity by transforming yourself with intense remembrance. Explanation: when anything is put into a fire, its name, form, and quality all change. In the same way, when you are put into the fire of remembrance of the Father, you are transformed. From human beings, you become Brahmins. From Brahmins, you become angels and then deities. Just as when cement is put into a mold and then into a furnace, a brick is made. In the same way, this transformation also takes place. This is why remembrance is called intense fire. Slogan: a powerful soul is someone who is able to have a cool and serene form or an intense, fiery form whenever he wants. A powerful soul is someone who is able to have a cool and serene form or an intense, fiery form whenever he wants. Om Shanti.
शांत स्वरूप, शक्ति स्वरूप, प्रेम स्वरूप में आत्मा हूँ। पवित्र स्वरूप, सुख स्वरूप, आनंद रूप में आत्मा हूँ, आत्मा हूँ। मेरा की मैं पहचान, हिंदू स्वरूप में आत्मा, परम पिता की मैं संतान, ज्योति स्वरूप में आत्मा, शांत स्वरूप, शक्ति स्वरूप, प्रेम स्वरूप में आत्मा। दीप में जैसे ज्योति है, सीप में जैसे मोती है, अंबर में जैसे तारे, फूलों में खुशबू होती है, भ्रिकुटी बीच में विराजमान, रूप अनूप में आत्मा, परम पिता की मैं संतान, ज्योति स्वरूप में आत्मा। देह नहीं मैं देही हूँ, तन के गृह में गेही हूँ। शिव के प्यारे तन से न्यारी, आत्मा सभी की स्नेही हूँ। दिव्य गुणों की मैं हूँ खान, दिव्य स्वरूप में आत्मा हूँ। परम पिता की मैं संतान, ज्योति स्वरूप में आत्मा हूँ। शांत स्वरूप, शक्ति स्वरूप, प्रेम स्वरूप में आत्मा हूँ। ब्रह्म से मैं अवतार लिए, देह का मैं आधार लिए। सृष्टि मंच पर अभिनय करती मैंने जन्म कई बार लिए। साथी मेरा सर्व शक्तिमान, ज्ञान स्वरूप में आत्मा हूँ। परम पिता की मैं संतान, ज्योति स्वरूप में आत्मा हूँ। शांति स्वरूप, शक्ति स्वरूप, प्रेम स्वरूप में आत्मा हूँ। पवित्र स्वरूप, सुख स्वरूप, आनंद रूप में आत्मा हूँ। आत्मा हूँ। शांत स्वरूप, शक्ति स्वरूप, प्रेम स्वरूप में आत्मा